Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianna, but I go by BMO here on YouTube. And today, guys, is such a very exciting day because I finally get to reveal to you Elefan, my baby, the planner that I've been working so hard on getting ready for this launch. So guys, before I show you guys Elefan, I want to do two things. One, I want to tell you when Elefan's going live before I forget. And two, I want to give you just a quick backstory of why I created it in the first place. So at the end of this video, if you decide, oh my gosh, this planner is amazing, I need Elefan in my life, then I'm happy to let you know that Elefan is going live on October 14th, which is a Wednesday, at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And be sure to follow us on Instagram if you haven't at Elefan Planner, because there we'll be doing a couple of live events. And so I'll leave all that information in the description box as far as the launch date and all the events that we'll be doing on Instagram. You guys are actually going to be the first one to see Elefan in its full insides, and so I'm really excited to share it with you guys, and I appreciate all the support that I've gotten, not just with Elefan, but just my channel in general. And so yeah, so that's first things first. Second thing is, why did I create this planner in the first place? So if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I created Elefan during a time where I was very desperate, miserable, and needed change. My life had become so imbalanced that it just was not sustainable. I was always tired. I never had energy. I stayed unproductive. I procrastinated a lot, and I didn't have that oomph that I needed to pursue my passions. I kind of just wallowed in my misery, if you will. And so my grand idea was, you know what, Brianna, you need a planner, right? You need to structure your time and figure out how you can get things done and achieve some goals because I had given up on goal setting. I just let that go. And so I was like, you need a planner. So I went, I looked, found planners, tried using them. They just didn't stick. They just weren't working for me. Something was just missing. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make my own. And so that's what I did. But it was a few-year process, a couple-year process. I started this back in I want to say September of 2018, and it wasn't until the end of 2019, beginning of 2020 when I finished it, because guys, when you're in a low point in life, it's very hard to get stuff done because you're like, what's the point? And so I had to sit down with myself and be like, Brianna, focus, get it done. And I finally did, like I said, at the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, and it was honestly the best decision that I could have made for myself because it has helped me so much to structure my days, structure my time, set goals for myself, and achieve them. I finally got that oomph back that I was missing in life. You know, my journey is definitely not over. There's still things that I want to achieve and directions I want to go, but it kind of helped me get out of that deep, deep rut I had fallen into. So that's why I created Elefan, and that's why I now want to share it with you guys. I never intended to share this, if I'm being honest, but since it made such a big impact on my life, I'm hoping that it will make an impact on yours as well. So without further ado, before I, ramble on, here is Elefan. So that's the front, this is the side, and this is the back. And I'll show you something cool about it in just a second. So, as you can see, this is a pretty thick planner, which also explains why it took me so long to do it. So, this is 8 by 10, which in my opinion is the perfect size because for those of you like myself who write a little bit bigger, there's plenty of space to write. Now, it does have a little bit of weight to it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But guys, honestly, I have not had an issue carrying this thing around or using it. Yes, it has weight, but what I get from it outweighs how much it weighs. Does that make sense? So it's a big boy. This is over 400 single pages, and if you're counting like front and back, it's over 800. Elefan is undated, but it does have structured months, so it does have the January through December kind of outline. And the reason that I did that is because what I found with other undated planners is that I just didn't have the discipline to stick with it it was so easy for me to just skip days, skip months. But with this, like, it holds me accountable because the structure is already there. I don't have to spend time trying to set it up. The setup is done. I just have to jump in wherever I need to jump in. So for example, if you don't see this video until, let's say, April, you can jump to April and get started wherever you need to get started. But you have that structure, and then you can go from April through December, come back around and hit January through March. So you don't have to waste any months, but it gives you the structure you need to just jump in and get going, okay? So I think that's all I want to say before we just peel it open and just look at it, because there's a lot of good stuff in here, okay? And I want to show you versus talking about it, okay? So I'm going to switch the camera view and we can get started.
Hey guys, so hopefully this is a good view for you to be able to see the planner clearly. So before I open it up, I did want to show you what I was saying was kind of cool about the cover. So as you can see, it's just a basic geometric design with blue and green. And when you open it up, what you can notice is this creates an arrow. And if you can see here, it's a strategic planner for intentional living. So my mission with Elefan is really to inspire people to think bigger, to aim higher, hence the arrow, and achieve greater, okay, by planning strategically and living intentionally. So that's kind of what this whole setup is all about, okay? So I just wanted to show you that real quick. Now let's dive inside. So when you open this planner, the first thing you'll see is a place for you to put who the planner belongs to, okay? And you can see here, January through December, undated, okay? What we see next is a short little welcome. I'll scoot it over just a bit. Is a short little welcome, and I will be hand signing this. I wanted to keep it short. I didn't put any how-tos or anything like that because, as you guys saw, it already is a thick planner, so I didn't want to add more pages to it and make it heavier. But once you do purchase it, you'll get a link that will show you all the information you need about how to best use your planner and get the most out of it. Then you get a little quote, and this is begin anywhere, and this is just to let you know, no matter when you choose to purchase your Elefan, you can begin anywhere, literally, okay? So first, to set you up, we have the year at a glance, which gives you a bird's eye view of all 12 months for you to write down any special events or occasions, holidays, anything that's important to you that you want to make sure that you note. And then you have a big note section to catch anything else that you might want to put. Then we have our self-discovery, which my intention behind this is because setting goals is good, but sometimes you need clarity on what's even important to you, okay? So that's why I did a self-discovery, and it's only 8 questions. It's not one of those planners that ask you 25 billion questions, and you're just like, you know what, I'm not even answering all this, I'm just gonna move on. Like, it's just 8 questions that kind of helps you get to the nitty-gritty of what is important to you and what you need, okay? Then we have analyze your key life areas. And if you can see here, I put a kind of like a word bank. The reason for this is because we don't all care about the same stuff. That's the reality of it. So I'm not going to pick your categories for you. I want you to pick the most relevant categories to you and rate those. Fill in your satisfaction level for those. And I think that's one thing that you're going to see makes this planner unique, is that I'm not trying to push you in any direction of the kind of person that you should be, okay? I want you to discover who you want to be and not feel the pressure of what society says. Oh, you should be healthy and drink water and da-da-da. Not everybody cares about that. Oh, you should give. Not everybody cares about that, right, guys? So it's just for you to focus on what's important, your overall life satisfaction, rate what was highest, the lowest, pick your 3 areas to focus on for the year, and then 3 ways that you can improve each chosen area, okay? Next is a goal brainstorm. So after you've gotten some clarity from doing your self-discovery, kind of seeing what life is looking like for you, okay, then you can brainstorm some goals. So before you kind of write them out, you can brainstorm, okay? Then you can write out your 1-year bucket list. Down here, I have highlight your top 5 and just kind of check down here to see if they align with your priority key life areas or not. Okay? Then claim your vision. This is kind of like the vision board, right? So you put your personal vision statement and then you have all this blank space to kind of create the life that you want for yourself. And I have a quote here that says, "The future you see is the future you get." Okay? And then this is where you can really map out your top 5 goals, because some of our goals, especially the bigger ones, they take a lot of planning. And so here you highlighted, let me go back, highlighted your top 5, okay? And now you're going to map those top 5 out, okay? So that's what that looks like. And I'm going to point over here. So you put your goal by what date, you describe it, right? What does that goal actually mean to you? Why is that something you want to achieve? What are the needed sacrifices to achieve it? What's your action plan? And then what are your short-term goals? And then when you finally achieve your goal, you can mark it down here. So there's 5 of those. And then again, some note pages or a note page, because sometimes we just need to write something else down. Okay, so now we're getting into the month for the first time. So another quote followed by the month, which in this case is January. Okay, and then we go straight into our monthly view. Like I said, this is an undated planner, but there is structure. So it does have a Sunday through Saturday layout, which is important for those of you who might prefer a different layout, like Monday through Sunday. Okay, so this is Sunday through Saturday. You have a section for your notes here, and then you can just quickly put the date in however you need to, okay? So that's that. Each month you'll get a quote on this top right. The next, which is just any special events, important birthdays, anniversaries. Now, anniversaries in this case can also be holidays, because to me, a holiday is an anniversary. It's something that happens every year. So that's why it's this. Or if this isn't necessary for you, you can really just use your washi tape or whatever you use and turn it into your own thing, right? You can create a budget, whatever floats your boat, but this is the standard for right now. Then this is one of the things that kind of makes this planner special, because you get your monthly intentions and goal setting, okay? So on this side, you set 7 intentions. You don't have to use them all, but there's a space for 7, okay? And you just fill them in here. And then on this side, you have your big 3. So these are the 3 goals that are most important for you that you want to achieve this month, or they're the 3 biggest goals that require the most planning. And so it's similar to the layout for Map Your 5, okay, but this one has describe, why, check for is it realistic, controllable, and a priority, where you can outline your action plan, and then your missions. So the little missions that you're going to go on throughout the month to achieve the big goal, and then of course your achievement date and checking it off. And so there's 3 of those. Then we have the habit tracker. And so there's 7 habit trackers. I did it this way because you may have your intentions very specific to habits. So if that's the case, you'll have a space for each of your habits. But as you go through your intentions, as you set your monthly goals, you may notice that there are some habits that you want to track. And so that's the space for you to do it. Something that is unique about this planner is that there is a goal number of days section, because not every habit we want to do for 30 or 31 days, right? Some things are just 3 times a week or 2 times a week or once out of that month. So you can put your goal number of days and then check whether you met or did not meet your habit that you set for yourself. Then another page of notes, because notes are important. And then we have our weekly view, so you can write what week it is. And as you notice, it's Monday through Sunday, which is important to note for those of you who might not like this particular setup. But Monday through Sunday is what it is here. And then affirmation notes. This is a vertical layout, because with the vertical layout, you have the most flexibility, in my opinion. And I look forward to showing you guys some different ways that you can kind of make the vertical layout meet your needs, okay? Then we go into the daily layout. So I don't think I told you guys, but this is a monthly, weekly, and daily planner. And that's also why it is a thick boy, because it accounts for all 12 months. Okay, so you have your day, and then you write the date, your top 3 to-dos, and then the rest of your to-do list, your schedule that starts at 6 a.m. and goes down to 10:30 p.m. because they are in 30-minute increments. Then you have today I'm grateful for and just an empty space. So you don't have to feel the pressure of putting 2, 3, 4 things, because I know for me, I kind of felt a little guilty when I couldn't figure out 3 things to be grateful for. Some days I was struggling to find one, okay? So that's why this is just open. Then you have a little section for notes. And then overall today was Elefantastic, satisfying, good, fun, boring, meh, defeating, tragic, or a space for you to put however you felt the day went, okay? Then it just repeats for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And if you notice, the weekends do get a full page, okay? Because I don't know about you guys, but I know for me, life does not stop on the weekends. If anything, that's when I'm able to get the most done. So Saturday and Sunday both have full pages. Then you have a notes page at the end of every week, okay? And then it just repeats with your weekly view, and then it goes to your daily spreads, okay? Notes page, on to the next week. So I'm going to skip ahead to what it looks like once you get to the end of the month, okay? So you have your notes page, you're at the end of the month, you're going to have your goals in review and your month in review. So for the goals, it's your progress summary. So for your intentions, how many intentions did you follow through with? So you put blank out of blank, okay? And then you write the percent. For the big goals, how many big goals did you achieve? Blank out of blank, and the percentage. Then you write what worked for you, what obstacles you encountered, how you can improve next month. Then month in review, you're going to rate the month, why you gave it that rating, any highlights, any lessons you learned, and your notes, okay? So that will be at the end of every month. Then at the end, you get 2 dot grid pages for you to just let your mind go wild or whatever you feel like you need to use it for. And then we go into the next month. So that is the layout that essentially repeats all throughout the planner, okay? Once you get towards the end of the planner or to the end of the planner, okay, what you'll see is you'll have self-discovery and review. So at the beginning of your year, whenever you started using the Elefan Planner, you filled out the self-discovery section, and now this is in review. Again, it's just 8 questions. Some are similar, but some are not. So you would do that. Then after your self-discovery and review, you will reanalyze your key life areas. Okay, pick the top 10 most relevant, scoot that up. And then you're going to rate your overall life satisfaction again, the highest, the lowest. Did you notice any changes? And then you're going to pick the 3 priority areas to focus on for the next year. And then we have the bucket list in review. So all those bucket list items that you put on that 1-year bucket list, you're going to put how many items on your bucket list you completed, okay, blank out of blank, and your percentage. Then your favorite memory. Did you do anything fun that wasn't on your bucket list? What didn't you get to do? Is there anything you don't want to do anymore? And then your top 5 goals in review, okay? So how many of those did you achieve? What worked? Obstacles, what would you do differently? And then which goals do you still want to work towards, okay? And then you have your year in review. So you're going to rate the year, why, highlights, lesson learned, and notes. And then a little quote to end you off. That way it leaves you in a good place whether or not you decide to use Elefan again for your next year planner or decide to journey to another planner.
All right, guys, so that is Elefan for you. If you are interested in getting an Elefan of your own, remember we go live on October 14th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do want to let you guys know that will be a pre-order, and I will give you guys more information as we get closer. And remember, if you have an Instagram, please be sure to follow us at Elefan Planner so that you can follow us for all the live events that we're going to have, and all that information will be in the description box. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, and thank you for watching.